And Linda's in. Yo,
Hey.
I couldn't be bothered finding a wee cheer for you.
Yay.
Yo. Right.
How are you?
You know, you've annoyed me like loads and we haven't started yet. Even just coming in the door, you were like, no. Head is melting.
He is very easily annoyed. I'll tell you that. He gave me these headphones to try, and he has them stuck together with duct tape.
Happy days. They've been through the wars a bit.
Well, they have.
It's like, you see all the great guitarists playing guitars that have been beat around the world, and dropped a million times, and they bear the scars. Those headphones have been in the trenches. They work properly.
So they've been in here.
And discos and
Yes.
all, you see? You know what I mean? Don't they sound okay?
Yeah, they do. Sound
there you
good.
go. There you go.
I think it's the duct tape actually makes the difference.
I rest my case, my lud.
Yeah.
So there.
Very good.
We were talking about, what were we talking about? Yeah, long journeys with kids in the car.
Yes.
And things that you would say.
Yes, I have one.
Go.
So if there's a couple of kids in the car, you'll always find one of the kids saying, "He sat in the front last week."
Oh, yes. Shotgun.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's,
That was years ago when you could fit 3 in the front on the passenger side.
And your granny wasn't going. And even then it was only 2 in with your granny.
That's right.
And a chicken.
Chicken.
Budgie cage.
The banjo.
An inflatable. Who's got the swimming togs? I got them on the head. No. So we're talking about giving kids a lift in the car and the things that you would say to try and shut them up and
Yes.
everything else. Some people have been saying, Johnny, you're very harsh. What kind of upbringing did you have? I don't know. Normal upbringing?
The boot was opened and everyone was squeezed in the back.
Excuse me, if our childhood didn't consist of father driving the Bentley up to the wrought iron gates of the finishing school. Excuse me, chaps. We're here now. Thank you, father. No.
The other side of that story was he kicked the wheel because it wouldn't give him a lift, but there you go.
So, on that subject, Johnny,
Yes.
Roy says, when friends were going on a long car journey to the south of France, the night before I called in to say goodbye to the kids and enjoy their holiday. I also pulled the kids to the one side and said, here's a great song to sing when you're in the car. Long journeys, it's class. Are we there yet, Daddy? Are we there yet? Are we there yet, Daddy? Are we there yet? Are we there yet, Daddy? So when they returned home, my ex-friend said the holiday was great, but for the annoying singing of his kids the whole way there and back. That is brilliant. Right, all kids listening, are we there yet, Daddy? Are we there? Get that. Yeah,
What about you can't throw your granny off the bus?
No, but that's
a good
you're missing
one
the
as well.
point. There's no grannies and there's no buses.
But how do you know? They're going
There
on a
wasn't
journey.
in this story. Stop making it up.
Can't throw your
Johnny,
granny off the
my wife and I never had any kids, but we were lucky enough to get a lift with a friend and his 3 kids in their SUV a couple of years ago. The journey was from Donegal to Belfast, and it took just under 2 hours. Now, don't get me wrong, we were glad of the lift, but I would rather stab my eyes with a heated hanger and let wasps make their hives in the empty sockets than ever avail of such generosity again. Mal, thank you. Listen.
I don't think you're meant to read out his name.
Oh, right. No, but the thing is, talk about your own kids annoy you. Picture what other people's kids do to you. I mean, getting annoyed by other people's kids is just ridiculous, okay?
Yes.
Now, so anyway, I'm just going to ask you something. I should know better than to ask you.
Didn't it?
You've gone to see Incredibles 2. Why didn't you go and see Mamma Mia 2? Everybody was talking about Mamma Mia.
Because
trust you to go to something head the ball.
Because I want to take the mummy to see Mamma Mia. And
Right.
It hasn't been free. So
Your mummy hasn't been free.
your mummy hasn't been free.
Right.
Yes.
Why was she on bail or something? Was she on remand? I mean, hasn't been free. I didn't know she was lifted.
Right, so I went to see The Incredibles. Here, talking about being lifted, places you've been barred from.
Don't know why.
I'm
Why
just
asking?
thinking because in The Incredibles, the superheroes are barred from using their powers.
Yeah.
Or banned from using their powers.
Yes.
And that's how the film starts. And then the Mummy Incredible turns out to be the main one that the big people go to ask her to help sort things out. And
Have you given him something away there? I didn't know that about the Mommy Incredible.
Well, okay, she didn't.
Right.
So the Daddy Incredible has to look after the kids.
Spoiler alert. Okay. Is it good?
Yes.
Did you like the first one?
I did like.
First one was great.
This one's better.
Is there a body in it? There are a whole lot of baddies.
There's always baddies.
Well, who is it then? That's your chance to say. Yes, having watched the film, I'd like to say the character development was well-rounded and stop touching me.
I can't remember if there's a baddie.
And the director really brought out...
Yes, but it's good. It's really good. Kids are going to love it.
Okay.
Really going to love it.
Kids and you?
Oh, yes. Kids, it's a big people film as well. So
points?
Really good. 9.5.
9.5?
10 for The Incredibles.
Whoa. That
really liked it. Yep.
It's a text there from Michael Hogue. I can't read it out. Anyway. There's Geezer out the back with the Mrs. Paula before Paula heads into the kitchen to prepare dinner. Geezer, you've got everything well organised today.
Can I mention Liam and Claire? So Liam and Claire recently went up the Mourns for a wee romantic walk.
Right.
You know, they've been married a few years, but they're quite romantic. And so they went out for a wee romantic walk, beautiful day, get their head showered. The birds were chirping, things were lapping in the waterfall, whatever fish do.
Thank you, David Attenborough.
So everything...
Things were lapping in the waterfall.
Everything was really beautiful. And then Liam went to take a picture.
Right.
And he ended up slipping in the grass and falling down a gorge.
Right.
And then he broke his wrist.
Right.
All the while, and you'd think that Claire would be traumatised, but she had a thoroughly good laugh.
Phone mountain rescue. All that. She stood and laughed at him. Proper relationship. Proper romance. One you to do. Hope you didn't break out camera.
She did say, my phone.
My phone. Listen.
So again, well done.
We're talking about, again, things that you would say in the car. I remember years ago, my dad had this wee van. Now, he used it for the roofing. Now, the wee van had a space in the back. Okay, 2 seats in the front, one a wee tiny van. So there was room for like a step ladder folded up and a couple of buckets for the bitumen and, you know, bag of sand, whatever. That was it. So I remember, and my mum says, good day like that. Mum, we'll go to the swimmers in Lisburn. There was me and you and Paddy and Paul, and we didn't bother taking the stuff out of the van. We're all sitting on top of ladders and, you know, and bags of bitumen. We're all black and everything else. And then there was like people around the square. My mum says, I couldn't go and not bring Michael from across the street. And is that your mate too? Come on in. So anyway, gradually people were invited to go to the swimmers. So the phrase that was said in that car was, we're coming to a roadblock, there's the pillars.
Everybody duck.
Everybody duck.
There were 13 people in the back of that van.
Everybody duck.
13 people, where are they going to duck to?
And everybody's going, whoa! Of course, all the kids are going, yo-ho! You know. And so, wind your window down, Mom. You know, excuse me, Mom, get your license. Yes, I have indeed. And you get the pillar's head coming in and going... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24, 39. And I remember the peeler saying, could I just have a look in the back? And I'm going. She gets round and opens the back, and all these kids
fell out.
Pile out onto the road. As she says, about 13 people in the back, all kids, skinny teenagers then, you see, you know. Probably get 2 of us in it now. But I'll never forget, duck! So I wonder if that was an instruction for anybody else, you know, when you're in the car with the kids. Anyway, here, I think I'm losing. I'll wait.
I thought it was a big
Why
t-shirt.
Why did you do that? That was me doing that.
I don't know why.
Well, it is a big t-shirt. Here you were. Tommy Cooper.
You do look well.
Isn't that like nice, that t-shirt?
I told you, whenever you lose weight, your eyes twinkle.
Can't help it. It's a sexy illness. I've been landed with. What are you laughing for?
You tell the funniest things.
Hey.
You do.
So I was saying to Lisa, you know, earlier on, and I says, I think I've lost a bit of weight there, you know. She was going, dead on. And I was going through the wardrobe, and I was saying, look, that's from years ago, and it still fits me. And she says, that's a scarf. All right.
He's good. He's good.
That's good. Is that you then?
I don't know. Is this me?
Yes, it is. When are you on with your own radio show to ruin?
Tomorrow night from 7 o'clock until 12, right through until Sunday.
Oh, so it's 7 to 12, Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. We kind of get that. Is that you?
That's me.
Wave bye-bye to the nice people on the camera.
Bye-bye.
And the other ones, wave to them too. You know, the ones that aren't nice.